So today we are continuing the series on the focus for a blue display. If you missed the first video, it was just an unboxing video, no worries. But if you want to find out what's in the box, I'll try to remember to include the link down in the description. But if not, you can always scroll back on my YouTube page and go through it that way. So, in today's video, we are going to look at the physical layout of the Braille display because it's important that you know the layout before you do anything else. And I'm going to show you how to connect to iOS via Bluetooth. So, here we go. Alright, so on the left-hand side of the Braille display, which you're currently seeing right now, there is an on-off button on the far right-hand side, on the left-hand side, and then on the far right-hand side there's a micro USB port. We talked about this in the last video. That's where you put in the USB cord in order to charge it, or you can plug the USB cord into the wall. And then on the front, there's all these buttons, and in case you've never seen this, on the front, these buttons right here are what's called a Perkins style keyboard, and in order, this is .7, .3, .2, and .1, and then that's a space bar. We'll get to that in a minute. And then .4, .5, .6, and .8. And those are .7 and 8 help you with menu navigation, as well as if you're in an edit box and you need the backspace, it's .8. And then .8 is enter and .7 is backspace. And then down below those buttons, you have this whole line of buttons right here. This is your cursor router buttons. Let me turn this on. I just remembered I hadn't done that. And this shows up when you turn on the Braille display. It has the Focus 40 code thing or model number, and then it has the percentage of the battery life, and then it has like the cells that indicate the percentage as well. And these, let me see if I can get it to move the cursor. Nope, I'll have to show you. But there's like two dots that show up down here, and they will move the cursor from one point to another. It's kind of like a computer cursor, but it's a Braille one. And then going down onto the front of the display, you have a space bar. This is used when you are typing in Braille on the Perkins style keyboard. And by the way, it's called a Perkins style keyboard because it's Perkins Brailler, which I also have, which I can show you in another video. But, so this is your space bar, and then over here is like your other buttons. This is like, I gotta look at the names of these buttons, I can't. Alright, on the bottom there is more than one of each button, so I'm only going to show one button, but just keep in mind that there's two of all of these buttons. So, I'm not really familiar with the names. I know the function, so I'm having to go back and forth from the guide to here to look them up. So we're going to start on the left-hand side of the display. So, the first button is a panic button, the second one is a selector button, and the third one is a connector button, followed by the left and right shift keys, and then the same thing repeating on the left hand side. The shifter keys, these two right here, are used in combination with this key. Remember I said that it was a spacebar key? It's used in combination with that in order to perform certain functions within the Braille display, because there's like commands that you can give it in order to do different things depending on what you're in and what you're trying to do. So that's how you do different commands. And now that we know how the display works, I'm going to show you how to connect it to your iPhone. If you have a computer that has a Bluetooth connection, you might have to look up how to do that, because I cannot get my computer to connect to my Braille display, and I don't know why. So, in order to connect to your Braille display, you have to go into settings on your iPhone. Make sure that your Bluetooth is on. So we're gonna go in here first. And since mine's already connected, since my device has already been connected, it's gonna show up there, but yours shouldn't do that. And you want to make sure that your Bluetooth is on. More info button. Other devices heading in progress. To pair an Apple Watch with your iPhone. In progress. Other device. More info. Focus. More info. Bluetooth. My device. Now discover. And then settings. Back button. Settings. Back button. Cellular. Person. Note. Sound. Do not screen. General. Display and brightness. Control center. You want to go into general. Software update. AirDrop. AirPlay. CarPlay. iPhones. Background. Date and top. Keyboard. Fonts. Language and dictionary. VPN. Profile. Legal and regular. Reset. Shut down. Button. Shut down. Wait. Reset. I forgot. Accessibility is not in general anymore. Date and time. Background. iPhone store. CarPlay. AirPlay and handle. AirDrop. Button. Oh, wait. Software update. About. Button. General. Heading. Yeah. Settings. Back button. Settings. Back button. They put accessibility by themselves. Control center. Display and Frill. Wallpaper. Accessibility. Okay. There's accessibility. So you want to go here into accessibility. You want to go, by the way, this is where you would go if you want anything else besides Braille, but you want to go into VoiceOver. You want to go into Braille. Screen input, Braille tables, status cells, equations used, show on screen, keep, turn pages when word wrap, on, alert display, KT bounce duration, 0.5, choose a Braille display, in progress, heading, choose a Braille display, heading. And you want to go to choose a Braille display, and this is where you want to turn your Braille display on. Mine isn't on at the moment, but give it 1 second. It's going to make a sound. Actually, in order for it to connect, I probably am going to need to lock my screen, so hold on 1 second. I've never done screen recording with it locked before. This is going to be weird. So apparently... Selected. Screen recording. Button. Use 3D touch to show more control. Settings. VoiceOver. Back. So apparently when you connect the Braille display or lock your phone, it turns off the screen recording. Good to know. Okay, so we are connected. I mean, I'm already connected, but... Output, input, Braille status, equation, show on screen, turn page, word wrap, alert display, KT bounce direct, choose, in progress, selected, focus 40BT, E3BC77HD, connected, button. And what you would do when you find your Braille display, it'll be labeled as Focus 40 Blue, or Focus 40BTE something, and you double tap that. And if it wasn't connected, it would come up with a thing that says please type in your code, and the code for the Focus 40 Blue is 0000. That's an easy code to remember, right? And once you do that, you are connected, and now we can go explore the phone. Now, an important thing to note is that if you turn off the braille display before you lock your screen, it will disconnect and you'll have to reconnect it all over again. If you need more directions for this part, you can always look at the Freedom Scientific Guide for the braille display. Happy navigating on your phone with your brand new braille display. I hope that you like this video enough to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring that notification bell. Make sure it's set to all notifications. Leave a comment if you have something to say. Like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter. Both of these are Steffi2010. They can be found on my YouTube page below the About section. They can also be found down in the description below. Also down in the description below, there's a link to add translations or closed captions to, or transcribe as many of my videos as you want. So if you know a language other than English and you can help me out, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow. I know this isn't like the ideal thing, but I didn't want to disconnect my braille display and then reconnect it. Maybe I will, just to show you at some point how that works, but anyway, if you have any questions about what we've discussed in this video, feel free to leave them down below. If you have any ideas, questions, or suggestions for future videos, as always, I'm taking those. I do these every Friday, so subscribe. Before we go, or in this video, I want to clarify a couple of things. The first thing is that I keep saying micro USB cord. It's actually a USB cord. I don't know why micro USB cord is stuck in my head, but it's not a micro USB cord. The second thing is that you need to be sure to turn off your braille display before you lock your phone, because if you lock your phone and then turn off your braille display, there's a really good chance that you won't be connected to Bluetooth. I realized when I was editing this that those things did not come out as clear as I thought they did when I was recording them, so I thought that I would express this more clearly. So anyway, I will see you in tomorrow's video. As always, if you have questions, feel free to leave them down below. I take ideas, questions, suggestions, all that kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure I said that in the last video clip, but you never know. But anyway, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys. What if I, like, changed the ending and didn't say bye, guys? Like, I said goodnight or something. Would y'all get really mad at me? Nah, I wouldn't do that. Anyway, bye, guys. So, a couple of things before I officially end this video. The first time I said selector button, I meant to say rocker button. So, that one is called a rocker button, and then the one after that is called a selector button, and then you have the shift keys. So hopefully that helps, that clears up some things. I know that was a little bit confusing. And also, I want to explain why there's no intro. This video is super long even without the intro, so I thought it'd be better since the intro is kind of out of date anyway. My dog's not 15 anymore, she's 16, to just forgo the intro. So, I'm sorry if you were expecting an intro and there wasn't one. I need to update it, and I will hopefully soon. I don't know when. I gotta figure out how to get the music in. Anyway, bye guys!